Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to WIDR Kalamazoo, and we are the Pop Effect Podcast. Your hosts are
Paige,
Emma,
and Olivia. So
woo!
we have a fun little episode.
Happy New Year's!
Oh, woo!
Woo!
I have to say it's, I don't know about you,
See,
but I'm
speaking of
feeling
Wall Street
23.
Oh yeah, we're losing the Taylor Swift year. That's so sad.
Well, there'll be some
It
other
literally
like,
was the year of
23.
Taylor Swift.
True. But
that's honestly so true.
leading with 2023, we have some little pop culture predictions for you, and we're going to talk about them right now.
True.
So who would like to go first?
Maybe we should start, like, last week we did, like, starting with, like, just basic celebrity stuff, so maybe we should go there and then, like, into any, like,
two celebrity
music
things.
thing or whatever afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, I started the last one with Julia Fox. I'm going to start this one with Julia
Good.
Fox. I'm just saying this for, like, manifestation because I know on Z-Way she, like, talked about it. I think she might have a little gay era.
Yes. Oh,
I think she
yeah.
might. I think, like, just, like, one relationship with, like, another, like, famous woman. I don't know.
Whoa.
Maybe,
I
like-
was so shocked I dropped
Maybe, like,
my
a
pen.
singer or something like that.
I so see that for her, and I really hope that she does. Like, now I'm going to be, like, hoping for that all 22. Like, please, Julia, please.
No, I don't even know because I'm, like, she's straight. Like,
Yeah.
she is. But she was like, I don't know. I kind of want to, like, see, like, explore my
Yeah.
Sorry if
options.
you can hear my shoes. I like keep scuffing
the
them.
mic
It's
is nowhere
and I'm
near your
scared
shoes.
that they're gonna
Yeah,
pick it up.
maybe just for, like, funsies. Like, maybe, like, it'll happen. You never
Hey.
know. Julia Fox is just
Going
so,
off,
like,
yes, but going off of that, I think that Jenna Ortega is going to come out as lesbian.
oh my gosh, yeah, okay, that video of her.
What's her name?
Yes.
Tilda. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I get the name wrong, but is it Tilda Swinton? Is that the name of the lady?
Oh, that she's obsessed with?
Literally, like those interviews, she's like heart eyes in love with
Yeah,
her.
what was that? There's, like,
It's so cute though, because it does remind me of like baby gays,
there was one
even
video.
though she's like not a baby.
There was one video of, like, a fan holding, like, a lesbian flag.
Mm-hmm.
And
That-
then she was like, oh my God, me.
That fan was also dressed as Wednesday Addams.
Oh.
I still think she meant both.
Yeah, I think she was trying to be
still
subtle with it.
Because that's why I was getting so mad when all of like the, oh my God, Pete Davidson. I'm like, no, she has nothing to do with Pete
Here's the
Davidson.
thing.
Get
Here's
my
the-
wife's name
Here's the
out
thing.
your mouth.
she could just be queer though. She could just be queer.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to put, like, actual labels on people.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just, you know.
I think
maybe.
I just think that she'll probably have like a little girlfriend, and I respect that.
yeah.
And if she doesn't, oh well.
Like,
But
hey.
that's our prediction.
Hey, before it happened, you could not have told me that JoJo Siwa was a lesbian. So, you'd be surprised at some of the people.
Except she doesn't even.
I think that left me speechless. I was like,
Yeah, I had to, like, think. I was like, JoJo Siwa? Like, she's so relevant right now. Like, I don't. For me, like, I don't like her.
ignoring
TikTok drama, she
ignoring
did
gay
just
TikTok.
okay, never mind. Well, she's relevant for all
That's,
children.
that would literally that'd be 5 podcasts.
like
to
if
talk
you're
about all
if
that.
you're under the age of 14, she's relevant.
Yeah.
But we are not.
Yes.
So,
Do you have one?
I think we're getting a Rihanna like album that is going to not do well.
Oh, because people are, like, kind of like.
I mean, she's definitely releasing like she already released a song and it was like they were like
People didn't-
literally really.
Yeah, people didn't like it. Also, like, just things that she's been doing, like, people are not, like, riding with her, really.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know. Also, the fact that, like, there's this whole big conversation about, like, how we shouldn't, like billionaires, and Rihanna's a billionaire.
Yeah.
And, like,
It's like,
yeah.
uh-oh.
And because she's, like, marketed her. Well, obviously, she's a musician. She's always been a musician.
Yes.
But, like, she's taken, like, so long for an album to come out that people see her now as, like, Fenty Beauty. Like, anything Fenty, really.
Yeah.
She's, like, a businesswoman. So I feel like it would be so sad for her to, like, it took so many years for her to come out with an album. She drops it and it flops. Like, that's a good point. That could happen.
I think
Yeah.
the only way it's not going to flop is if she has her, like, early 2000s pop.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of like fans have grown out of her.
Yeah.
So it's like if you come back with something they're not used to, same thing with Midnights, it's going to take, like, maybe a little bit of a culture shock, but like maybe you'll get into it, but maybe you won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her
And that's
last
the
album.
truth.
Her last album came out in 2016. That was
That's so long ago.
next year. It's gonna be 9 years. Wait, no.
My gosh.
What?
Oh my god, I was thinking because I was thinking
What?
6 and 3.
No.
It's gonna be 7 years.
I was like, oh my gosh, what?
I'm sorry. I need
No,
more.
no, no,
I need
it's
more
okay.
caffeine. But I think the problem is that like she started to kind of become known as like an artist. Her Anti by Rihanna. That was it was a good album, but it wasn't like the big. At least from what I can remember, it wasn't like a big album.
Oh, you're
Like-
so wrong. It
Was. Oh
yes.
my god. I'm sorry.
It was like-
2016 was a fever dream. I do not remember
No,
much.
because it wasn't that when did Control come out in 2016 or 2017?
2017.
Okay, because I was gonna say people like were saying
Never mind. I'm a liar.
one of the biggest albums of 2016 was Anti, and then
Why do I remember
Control came out, and people were like, "Oh my god, this is like Anti." Like it was like those two albums were like together.
But think
Yes.
about how music was, and like her last thing beside that she released was in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So think about, or maybe it was 2017. Lemon was like the last. It says here, Lemon featuring Drake. Drake remix single came out in
Oh,
2018,
I don't know that.
and after that, then it would be her Black Panther song. But think about how different music was in like 2017, 2018.
So true.
Maybe she's been writing music, but she really hasn't like. People aren't going to be able to hear her revolution. People aren't going to be able to hear her evolution, so they're going to be very like.
True. Because
People are either going to love it or hate it because it's not going to be the Rihanna that you're used to.
Yeah, that's honestly such a good point because it's been so long. People like it's gonna be so hard to compare it to her old album because it's been so many years, and obviously she's gonna have a different sound now. But like,
Yeah.
we weren't able to see that progression as often.
Yeah,
It's
but
gonna be so dramatic.
here's the thing. I think it would be even worse if she stuck to like her sound that she had then.
Oh,
Because then people are gonna be
100%.
like,
Are
"This
you kidding
is."
me?
Because like everyone always talks about how they're like, we want 2010 pop back, but then when an artist releases like 2010 pop, it's like they hate it.
Yeah, that's such a good point.
Moral is, Rihanna, you do you, but I don't think she should expect open arms, especially when her business ventures are not looking too hot. And we're just gonna say that and move
Fenty,
on.
Savage X Fenty being like
No
a
comment
literal
about
scam.
that.
No, I will say
comment.
it. I got scammed as well, but
Oh,
yeah.
personal experience.
Anywho, are we just like going in it? Wait, what order are we going in? I'm lost.
Honestly,
I think anything. It's just a
doesn't
prediction.
matter.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think Britney Spears is either going to have a documentary or there's still going to be drama with the husband to the point where people are going to rally again.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's no way that. I mean, we talked about it last week. There's like. It's not that there's no way that she's like doing fine right now. Obviously, I don't live with her. I do not know how she's doing every single second of the day. But I do know that something's a little fishy.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So either the documentary's coming out or people are going to be like, is she really out of the conservatorship? Like, she might have gotten out of it, like, legally, but
Well,
is she
there would
still
be
mentally, like,
Oh.
getting
Oh yeah.
abused by, like, everyone around her because she probably is, like, having a hard time, like, living life after 13 years.
100%.
Of like being
So,
controlled.
I think something's going down.
It's kind of the equivalent
Something
of
is
like
going down.
being kidnapped after 13
Yeah.
years and just being thrown
Yeah.
out into the real world.
Or like like a lot of people who have been
Yeah.
in jail for their whole lives and then they have to adjust to like
Yeah.
a life
I mean, like,
outside of
yes,
jail.
has she been like aware of the real world and like things that were going on? Yes. But
Yes.
at the same time, like, she didn't really have access to social media, which is debatably one of the biggest things about our generation. She didn't really have access to like the freedom to go out and do things that wasn't like events or touring or stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Speaking your truth, and I agree with that. I agree with that.
Should I do a lighthearted one? Or
Sure.
Yeah, 'cause
After
my
that,
next one
okay.
is gonna be brutal.
I just threw this in for fun. I thought of it today. I think there's gonna be a new Kardashian baby, and I think it's gonna be Kourtney and Travis's.
yes,
I think they're gonna have a baby
oh,
together.
Well,
my
here's the
God,
thing.
yes.
I'm actually hoping because they have talked about how they have fertility issues
Mm-hmm.
and that they're really struggling. To get
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen next year because I saw like a
I
clip.
think if it doesn't, I think they're gonna either adopt or do some form of like
I think
surrogacy.
like everyone besides Kylie has done like
Surrogacy.
surrogacy. Yeah.
Chloe?
Yeah. She just had a baby. I think. Didn't she just have a baby?
Yeah, with Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't she the one that was pregnant?
I don't think
No,
so.
I think it was a surrogate.
I think it was a surrogate. That's what I'm saying. Like, and there's like a video of Courtney holding that baby, and you can just tell like Courtney like loves being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
she's
she
the
does.
Her
most.
kids are like infamously though like off the rails. Like they like assault their nannies and stuff.
okay. I wouldn't blame all of that on Courtney.
Chloe literally said that she like doesn't let her kids like she doesn't let her daughter like spend the night with Courtney's kids, and she never will. Like in the lie detector test, because Courtney's like kids are so not well behaved.
But do you think that's all stems from Courtney?
Not Courtney, but I think she's a big, not just Courtney, but I think she's a big thing because like people in the past they've said that Courtney is the worst mom out of all of them.
I hate saying stuff like that. Like
No, I
really
hate
don't.
it.
Yeah.
I hate it, and I think it's. I think it's difficult.
ears?
No.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought Olivia was like plugging your ears.
I'm not saying I agree
don't-
with
I don't
it.
really care that
I'm
much
not saying
about-
I agree with that.
No,
I'm just
I
saying
don't-
that that's what people have said.
I don't agree that much about. Like, I really don't have an opinion about the Kardashians. I don't keep up with them because that's like takes 5 years off my life.
Ironically, you don't.
I
keep
literally
up with
don't.
Them.
but-
I don't know their life.
Like people coming out and saying you're like a bad mom, maybe just because like obviously we all have relationships with our mothers, and I can't imagine like someone just being like, oh, you're like a bad mom. Then my mom just being like, what? Like you like devote your whole life to your kids, and then someone
Yeah.
just says like some random person on the internet is like, oh, you suck.
Well,
and it's
no.
like what?
What I'm saying is it's the sisters saying this.
That's what makes it even worse. It's like don't air out. But that's the Kardashians.
Well, no,
They'll
it's
air out
because
they
it's
will
Courtney
air
that
out their
asked-
dirty business just for views.
That's true, but it's Courtney. Kendall was the one that said that she was the worst mom, which was on Fill Your Guts or Spill Your Guts.
God.
Yeah, that is
And then
true.
the thing with Chloe saying that she will never let her kids have a sleepover with Courtney's kids. She said it. Courtney was the one that asked her about it on
Oh,
the
yeah, I saw
on
that.
the Vanity Fair lie detector test. So
Well, I thought
Yeah.
that was going to be a little fun thing, and then it
I'm
turned into
so
everybody
sorry.
apparently is mom shaming Courtney.
Everyone is a mom here apparently, but
hey, none
Whatever.
of us are saying that we agree with it. It's just what was said.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, is it my one?
Go ahead.
Mine is going to get even worse. King Charles is either going to have near death or he's going to die. Because
I don't care.
homeboy got hit by a bus.
Maybe, supposedly.
Well,
Have
no,
we seen
it was
any
like-
news coverage about that?
Well,
I'm-
make people feel bad. Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying that I'm not saying that I want it to happen, but I don't know why. I just like it was one of my predictions.
I don't
Oh.
wish death upon
Yeah,
anybody.
we don't-
but
we did
if
not
it
wish death.
happens, it happens, and all the Princess Diana girls will be turning over if they're dead in their grave,
I'm
or they'll just be
low-key-
like, "Yeah, girl, you slay."
I'm low key
Mm.
now realizing though,
What?
that I'm not 100%. I don't think that it's all like Team Diana. What I'm saying is because apparently, so like Charles was with what's the one girl's name? What's his wife's?
Camilla.
Camilla. So Charles was with Camilla, and then he was like in love with her. He wanted to marry her.
Yes.
Their family would not allow them,
Yes.
and so he was in love with her first. He was always in love with her,
Yes.
and so Diana was kind of just there.
She was the other woman.
She was the other.
woman.
And then she got treated awfully by
Yeah,
all
she got
of
treated
them.
awfully, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, Olivia.
Interesting. So it's like you're like passing, like, ring around the
Rosy.
rosy.
I know, I'm gonna like run out of stuff before you
Oh,
two.
no,
though,
don't
so.
fear.
I feel like
have-
I'm so
I
low
have
energy right now.
so much.
The
All
caffeine
right.
is just not doing it.
I have so much. Oh my god. I think that another cast member is leaving Euphoria because of
Yeah.
the drama. I don't know
Dominic
who.
Fike.
No.
No, I think he's gonna be written off because
That-
of
I mean,
everyone
kind
was
of
so
harmonized
mad
with
about
that.
it.
No.
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 I think he's gonna be written or killed off.
I think that who's like the actors that would leave? I think Alexa Demi would.
Yeah.
I think she would like not come to terms because like I think we talked about this before in the podcast too. Like a woman's age is none of our business to be like, oh, you can't be in it because of your age. But if you're playing a 17-year-old and she just turned 32, that just creates unrealistic like beauty standards for like young people, and not only are young people watching Euphoria too early. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, we're
yes.
young,
Like
that's the
13,
reality.
14-year-olds watching that.
But it's
they
the
should
fact
not be
that now
exposed
they're
to
gonna look
that.
at like a 32-year-old's body and say, "Why don't I look like that?" And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, you're in puberty, honey. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
so
Yeah,
she
half
could
them haven't even
possibly
hit
leave.
puberty.
I think Jacob Elordi's definitely staying. Sydney Sweeney is. So is Maud. So is obviously Zendaya, Hunter.
Yeah.
I wish Dominic would leave, but there's no way he's leaving.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
I
But I think if anything, Alexa is, or something's gonna come out that there was a little bit of a tassel between like the characters. Because I feel like they all
Wait, the characters or the cast?
both. Because the whole reason why oh my god, I almost forgot Barbie's name. The reason why Barbie left was because her and Sam could not agree on Kat's character.
Well, yeah, that's because she was probably advocating for what her character deserved.
Yeah, and she didn't get it because they were already writing off Maddie in season 2. Her being there was honestly just for outfits.
I think that vape girl is going to become a big.
No, she's like.
No, she's so
Was
beyond
she
irrelevant.
even in the second season?
Yeah, she was there for the
No,
The
I think they're going to
first
have
party, right?
the part where she was like, Maddie was like, "Oh, I look pregnant." They were in the bathroom. She was in there for that little like note about like
And then the fight.
pregnancy. Yeah. Then the
Oh
fight.
yeah.
No, I'm not saying that
So-
she's going to have an actual big character. I think they're just going to bring her back to have her be like maybe once every 1 or 2 episodes to be like comic relief.
Oh, they do that now. So like, I think she'll still stay. Wait, that's not the correct. Okay, but anywho, yeah, I think someone's leaving, and my bet would be on Alexa Demi.
Yeah, I feel like because thinking about all the other people.
They're all staying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Zendaya, I could see her if
She's
this,
in a binding
She-
contract.
Yeah, and she's been winning Emmys for
No,
every single
okay.
season.
She got nominated for a Golden Globe for Euphoria.
Like, this
What-
is like some of her best work.
Yeah, she ain't two Emmys, 2 back-to-back Emmys.
what
Like,
I'm
she ain't
saying
leaving the
is
show.
I think that because like season 1 was so good and then season 2 just fell so short, imagine what season 3
No
could be
comment.
like. If this turns into a Riverdale situation, I'm not saying Riverdale was as good. Not even close. I'm not an idiot.
It's gonna get canceled after season.
No,
3.
that's why I was literally gonna say that. Season 3 is gonna be the last season.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's
Like-
fine. Because, I mean, they're not filming it till 2025 because Zendaya's booked and busy. So it's
Yeah.
just like
So Alexa Demi is literally going to be 35 playing.
she'll be reaching 40 trying to play an 18-year-old going to college.
Yeah.
Unless they do a time jump, which they aren't. Okay, we're off this topic.
Oh my God,
Moral
that
is
would be awful.
someone drama Euphoria per usual.
Okay. This is probably my favorite one that I thought
Speak your
of. I
truth.
don't know if it's like actually gonna happen.
Okay.
But maybe this is just me manifesting. Okay, so we obviously know that Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox are engaged. I think they're gonna get married and then quickly split.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it's
a
gonna
little
happen.
Kim Kardashian.
No, yeah.
What, what's his face?
When I found, oh my God,
I
know
forget his name.
When I found out that
72 days.
her ring has spikes in it, so she can't take it off.
Like,
oh
and,
my
like,
God, I was
and-
so mad.
And possible like court scenario. Like I think there might be like a court something between the two of them.
I think
at some
something's
point.
going to come out where one of them was like,
It's gonna be Machine
It's gonna
Gun
be
Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Like we
There's-
already know that he's like a pedophile. We already know
Yes.
that like
Yeah.
he is just an abusive person.
which is sad because he literally has like a 13-year-old daughter, I think.
No.
And I'm just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
get her away, get her away.
I just get so upset about it because one, Machine Gun Kelly is so beyond mid, it's not even funny.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the fact that like Megan Fox has played some of the most iconic characters, literally Jennifer's Body. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, true.
And she is booed up with this
And-
like ratchet human
Here's the
being.
thing, though. She's doing some of the crazy emo crap, too.
Oh, 100%.
I think
She's
but
getting
that's-
influenced.
I think at first, well, I don't think it's all him. I think she is contributing to like the crazy like emo whatever as well. I just think that he was like love bombing her, and she was so enamored with him that like
Yeah.
it became a thing where she was like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And then sorry, and then it's she's kind of probably over it and wanting a genuine like loving relationship, and he's still wanting to be like love bombing because he's like clearly knows that she is so out of his league it's not even funny.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think you do have a point where there's a lot of things that she does like.
like
the whole,
she's
like,
not
when-
being held against her will.
Well, okay. I just think that Machine Gun Kelly is definitely playing it up to get her. Like, he's, like, faking, I don't know, like, who he is or something because he wants to be with Megan Fox. He's trying to get her to level. Also, I just have to say, Megan Fox, bisexual queen, and she's always with these trash men.
Literally, it's
Like,
so
what?
irritating. It is
What?
literally so irritating.
I mean, the thing is, like, even being like, when someone is bisexual, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna be with
Women. I'm not saying that.
women
but
or
I'm saying,
men. Like, you can be
No,
bisexual and be with women, and you can be bisexual and be with men.
Yeah.
Like, only is what I'm saying. So it's like, if her type, like, some bisexual people, like, they do have preferences. So, like, she's probably just more into men.
Okay. You're giving me a whole lesson. Okay.
We
I'm
ain't
sorry.
talking gender on.
That's okay, but I'm just saying, like, it's a good point, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's a
I
very
just-
valid
I
point.
just want
There is
her-
no way they're actually lasting. That's just
No,
the
I
truth.
think it's going to be a quick marriage, divorce, possible downfall of them, like, going at each other on Instagram or, like, going to court for something.
Yes.
Because just, like, literally when I heard about the ring and how it literally had, like,
she cannot take
thorns
it off.
in it, she can't take it off.
You
It will
literally have
hurt
to
her to
get,
take it
like-
off.
If she were to take it off, I don't even think about it.
No, I don't even want to think about it, but she's also, like, let's be honest, she's gonna have it, like, sawed off.
Just a reminder, you're listening to 89.1 WIDR FM, online at widrfm.org.
Woo! All right, Emma, do you have another prediction? You wanna
Okay,
share
I
the
think
table?
Pete Davidson is gonna get legit canceled.
Honestly,
Good. I don't care. I
Valid.
literally he
Because-
really irritates me.
Because he's, like, had his little things, like, where he, like, the Ariana fans came for him because in his stand-up special, he, like, kind of made fun of her. He's like, well, I don't spray paint myself brown and air out my ex's dirty laundry in Vogue magazine. Which, to be fair,
she did.
I love Ariana Grande, but that girl, she definitely,
Yeah.
like, changes her skin tone too much, where it's like, girl, you could never naturally reach that, so why are you doing the spray tans like that? And she did air out. She did say some
Oh,
things.
yeah, she did.
You
like-
do it too for a check.
Yeah, but in Vogue magazine,
It's literally Pete Davidson. Who cares? It is Ariana Grande talking about literally like a D celebrity. Literally, Ariana
I know,
Grande
but they were-
is
they
the
were
reason why he's
engaged.
popular.
they were engaged, though.
Yeah,
So
because he
that-
was using her for clout. And that's so obvious. And the fact
I
that
think-
people don't believe that is insane.
I don't know if he was using her for clout. I think it was more the fact of, like, oh my God, Ariana Grande wants to be with me. I need to do everything in my power to stay with her. Kind of like the Machine Gun Kelly situation.
He's completely using her for clout. Like, there's like really no
Yeah.
denying it. I mean,
No,
the amount of times, whether it's true or not, the amount of times that he talked about her after
Oh
they
my
got
gosh.
they like broke off the
True.
engagement, I was like, get a life.
Like,
Like
all on
seriously,
SNL
get a
too.
life. And this is when I was in like my like sweetener. Like I'll always love Ariana Grande, but like I was like really in that era for her. So I was like,
Same.
Pete, you better count your days. You better count your days, bro.
No, and then where she literally named a song that did not
People
name
just say,
him.
like, track 14 now or whatever track it is.
Yeah,
I do love that Pete Davidson
people,
song. It's so
it's
good.
so good. But the thing is, she doesn't name drop him in the song. So why couldn't she have named it something cute? Like,
She's goofy like that.
She thought she was getting married.
Yeah.
She did.
I know, but still.
You would do it too for a check. All right. Anywho, none of us here like Pete Davidson. That's what we've learned from also the 2022 recap. No one likes Pete Davidson in this
Yeah.
household. But anywho, all right. Moving on.
I could see Julia Fox being with Pete Davidson.
No!
do not.
I'm
even
sorry.
think- She would never.
Really?
I'm
No.
sorry.
She would never. Like,
Oh
Pete
my
Davidson is scum of the
God.
earth. Like, she would never.
So
do
is
that.
Kanye.
Okay, but guess where she is now? She like would never get back into that relationship.
She's learned, grown, and developed as a person. I don't think she's going to go back to Pete Davidson. Anywho, after that ratchet, awful comment, we are moving on. I think, all right, I need to like explain this. I think there's gonna be some kind of like season 5 Stranger Things drama.
Oh, yeah.
Here's why. One, the ending to season 4 was god awful. I've
Really?
been able to process. Oh yeah, literally didn't even talk about in that 2020. That's so funny. We didn't talk about in that 22 recap that literally like
Stranger
season
Things season 4.
whatever. But we're talking about it now, and that's all that matters.
It's because it's season 4. And it's
That
not the
is-
ending.
but it was like 3 years. But whatever.
We didn't
Yeah.
talk about the whole Hellfire Club.
It doesn't matter.
How
It-
everyone was
okay, it's
obsessed with
okay.
Eddie.
No,
literally, I
let's
don't want to
not.
think. I don't want to think about that. So I'm glad that wasn't on my brain when we were talking. But I think that they've all been playing the character since they were like 11, 12. And either it's going to be like the same thing with Euphoria, where I don't know how the Duffer Brothers work, if it's not the same as Sam Levinson, but if they're going to be like, I want my character this way, and they're like, no, who do you think you are? We're doing it this way. Or because they left off really bad in season 4, how are you going to make a season 5?
Wait, why do you think it was left off bad?
I thought it was sloppy, in my opinion. They had like the 48-hour time jump, whatever, all of this stuff. I know so many people were mad about the fact that they didn't like really like regard Eddie's death, and I was like, they were literally friends for like 2 weeks. Please get over it. But that's
They did
whatever.
have that whole emotional monologue though, where it was
the
kind
only
of
one
like,
who was upset was
Yeah,
Dustin because they were
Dustin
in the
was-
same club.
I know that's what I'm saying, but Dustin was the only one who needed closure, and he got closure. Like
Yeah,
the rest of
so-
them kind of got over it.
Moral is, I really don't have much to back up my claim, but I just something. I feel like the show has been too scandal free.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is like they're confirmed their last season.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not spark up some drama?
People are probably gonna start saying stuff and like making comments about their ages and being like, well, they're playing 15-year-olds.
They're
they didn't even know their own ages.
they're having a time jump
Oh, they are. Ew.
because of the fact that
Ew.
they all look so old now.
Yeah. No, because the
But
thing
it's
is,
so funny. In reality, they're not. Like, it's so normal for Hollywood to cast like a 20-year-old for a 15-year-old, and that's like what Sadie Sink's character is. So it's so interesting the difference in their minds of how they think that like that age gap is like god awful and needs a time jump.
The time jump might screw everything up.
yeah, I think
Time
season
jump-
5 is gonna be bad.
One of my worst fears is a time jump.
But the thing that I think is funny is that Millie Bobby Brown, I think she discovered that like what her character's age was. She's like 14 or something. She's like 11 is 14. She was making out with Mike when she was 13. And I was like, that just shows that like everyone kind of forgets how young they are.
Yeah,
Like those
true.
are children and everyone's like, I literally saw people talking and being like, do you think they're going to discuss
they're all of age.
relationships further? And
They're
I'm
all
not
of
gonna
age
say
now.
it.
Noah
not
just
gonna
turned
say-
18 this year, which is insane to think about.
Bro, he's literally younger than us.
Yeah.
I know. It's
I don't know
I
why.
know.
Growing up, I always thought that he was like older.
No, but that's all I have to say.
Because
on
people in Hollywood are always older.
that. All right, Paige, what do you got?
Okay. Well, now I have like a thought.
What is your thought?
You have a thought.
This is just like really quick, but I think Sadie Sink is like it girl. Like
Oh,
I think she's
yeah.
gonna be one of like the biggest actresses like of our generation.
I
Yeah.
think her
and Jenna.
and Jenna are, and then I think Olivia is for music.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to say that real quickly. Like I
No,
think like,
because so everyone is obsessed with Sadie Sink, which is so valid.
like her new movie that's coming out, The
the
Whale.
whale,
Like
so many awards.
Darren Aronofsky, he was like, this like woman is just a genius with everything she does. I think like she's gonna be one of the biggest actresses of our generation.
I think she's going to be a
Good,
lot bigger than
good,
Millie, which is saying
good.
something because
I
Millie
think so too.
Millie has been an amazing actress since day one.
Well, I think it's because I think
just so
Millie
much more
is going to be.
likable.
I think Millie's going to be in roles that are more fun, whereas Sadie's going to be casted in
Really?
roles that are more dramatic.
That's fair because Sadie
And serious.
with Stranger Things, she did have. I mean, besides season 4, season 2 and 3, while she had her serious moments overall, until like the finale episodes, she had a fun character. 11 has just been serious after serious
That's what
after
I'm
serious
saying.
season for her. So you're right. She is probably gonna want to like prove like I'm more than just the actress who can cry. I can be
Yeah.
funny. I can do romantic comedies. I
Well,
can
she's
do-
doing that with Enola Holmes.
yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
yeah. Compare like Enola Holmes and then like The Whale that's
My
coming
grandma's
out. Like,
obsessed.
this-
Yeah.
My
like-
grandma is obsessed with those movies.
I haven't watched them.
I
Okay.
saw only.
Do you want me to skip?
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
another
ahead.
one, or-
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have that many more, so like y'all can do 2 in a row.
Well, this is kind of like obvious because we already got it kind of like told to us by Taylor, but like Speak Now, Taylor's
Yeah.
version is coming out, and I
True.
think 1989 is also gonna come out either at the end of 2023 or like
24.
beginning of 2024.
What do you guys think the orders are going to be for? Because Olivia thinks that self-titled is going to be the first.
No, it's her last one.
It's gonna be her last.
I mean,
one.
her last one. I don't think so because
Yes,
I think that she's going to end it with one of her most iconic, which is Reputation or 1989.
No, I
No.
think. Well, the only reason I think that is because what was it like the
man
AMA?
video.
Wait, what?
Wait, what are you talking about?
The one
To be fair-
performance of her with the jacket, and it had all of it. And,
Oh,
like,
yes. Okay.
The first ones,
I
like,
thought you were talking about the
Fear-
man video.
no, Fearless and Red, like, were on the front, and then, like, Speak Now 1989 were on the sleeves, and then the back was, like,
Yes.
it was,
I know
like-
what you're trying to.
yeah, but Taylor Swift is, like, on the back, and I think Taylor Swift was gonna, like, be her last
Well,
recording.
here's why I'm getting nervous about Speak Now is because, not nervous about it, I'm so excited for it, but it's just the fact that people are saying it's going to get released March 3rd because it's like a Friday, whatever. She's holding 33, but she was in, I mean, it's Swiftie, like, people trying to, like, do anything to, like, be
Yeah,
like, oh my God, I know Swift so well. So, like, do with that as you will. But the next week, Lana's album's coming out. And I'm like, if that, like, ruins any of the hype for the album, I'm literally going to cry.
Here's the thing, though. It's not a new Taylor album, so I think that Lana could.
But it's Speak Now.
it's-
It is one of
Yeah.
her most iconic,
I'm-
like, younger albums.
That is so true because I'm a Speak Now girl. Like, that is my, like, you guys
Same.
have
Yeah.
Reputation.
No, I have Speak Now too, girl.
Speak Now.
Don't
Well,
even.
what I'm saying is, like, well, at least for a little bit.
I am only Speak Now.
What I'm saying is that, like,
We're
Olivia.
rep girly. We're rep girlies.
Yeah, like you
Well,
guys
yeah,
have been
God.
saying, like,
Yeah, God.
you're so worried about Taylor, like, no offense, but like having a not that good song on Reputation Taylor's version and it ruining it. That's what I'm worried about for Speak Now. I'm so scared.
I don't think that's gonna happen for Speak Now. I get it for Reputation because Reputation was so much more like experimental because she was
Yes.
having like rappers on it. I swear, if we get a Drake song,
Imagine we get a 10
Hellfire
minute
actually
will
we
release.
wouldn't anymore because of that whole situation that happened.
yeah, true.
Okay,
Imagine
never
we
mind,
get an
but-
extended version of Dear John.
Dear John. Yeah, there's gonna be more
Dear
songs
John,
about John Mayer. 100%.
I will not say why. However, that song whew, gets me
Yeah.
upset.
So I agree that Speak Now, it has to be coming out this year. But honestly, I wish that she would wait, but I know that she's not because I feel like she's going to take away from Midnights. And we already saw this with Lover. So it's just
Yeah.
like, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
Paige, you're gonna like this one. Actually, you might not.
Why you said so upset. You're like, Paige, you're
No,
really
I'm
gonna
sorry.
like
I'm
this
just
one."
really tired right now. I think that Heartstopper is going to cause a lot of controversy for season 2. I'm not going to tell you why, but I did read the comics, and Heartstopper season 1, it did cover some heavy topics, but season 2 is going to be dark. Like, it's going to be really dark, and I'm going to think that a lot of people, they're either going to get upset that the mood changed, or they're going to be upset with how they handled it because it's going to be very similar to with people, like, it was a heavy topic and like it was the whole storyline and it was mentioned in the books, but with 13 Reasons Why, people got mad with how they handled stuff.
Oh God.
And
Bring
with
it
Hearts,
back.
I really don't want to spoil anything, but it's not
No,
even
yeah,
it's
no.
not even just that.
Wait, sidebar. Is it confirmed that season 2 is coming out in 23?
Yeah, they already finished filming.
Well, you didn't say that, so that's why I asked.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You looked at me like I was like literally like on the side of a road being like, please give me bread. Like you're like, why is she looking like that? No, I was
No, I was
just
just
asking.
confused. No, I just think that like some of the topics that are going to be covered are very heavy. It's not just that, what I'm kind of hinting at.
Yeah.
There's other things that are going to be very triggering for that a lot of people our age have dealt with.
That's gonna be such a
And
different dynamic
how-
than the first season.
And there's also going to be, I mean, this isn't really a spoiler. They're going to cover underage drinking.
mm-hmm.
So to be fair, the drinking age is a lot lower over there. But I just think
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of things because everyone was saying like, it's not technically a child show, but a lot of younger kids watched it and they're going to be doing a lot of adult things that like are heavy topics for kids to deal with. So I think there's going to be a lot of controversy of moms being like, this is my daughter's favorite show. Now she can't watch it.
Just a reminder, you were listening to 89.1 WIDR FM online at widrfm.org.
I want to make a point to that because when Euphoria season 2 came out, Zendaya wrote a note and said, you do not need to watch it. It's going to be darker. Probably going to do the same thing. And I still think people will watch it. I get why you're concerned, especially if you love the series that much. But
No,
I think
I'm still
they're going
watching
to,
it because
they're going to be fine. I have
already-
faith in them. It's a Netflix show. They're not like that stupid.
I already read
Netflix as a show.
Yeah, I already
like a
read
company.
it produced and put out how many seasons of 13 Reasons Why?
I think I'm kind of confused on like what are you like?
I think her point is that the
I'm
first
trying not
season,
to spoil it because people who don't read the books.
I think her point is that the first season was so lighthearted. It's going to take a super dramatic turn, and people's response might be completely different because if they haven't read the book, they're not going to like be prepared for darker topics.
That
Unless
they only
come out
had
with a
there was
statement.
only
Yeah.
like 2 very heavy, not even heavy. There was like 2 like kind of heavy topics covered, which was the one kid being kissed when he was like not wanting to be kissed, and then dealing with coming out.
okay,
That's
so,
about
like,
it.
Yeah.
But season 2 is going to, I think it's like going to be the comics for, it's going to be like halfway through book 2 and book 3. So
I actually have like not like the same kind of segment because I have like the summer I turn pretty either like slays or like ends it.
Yeah.
Because okay, I want to get into this like really quick. All right.
I'm so nervous for that.
I read all the books. I binged them when the first season came out because I had no desire to watch the season, but then my friend was like, for the love of God, watch the season. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Watched it. I loved it, which is really interesting why I liked it because that's just whatever. But the second book isn't like not like darker because it's like literally like a Jenny Han book, but it's the fact that like there's just a lot more to like talk about in it. But then there's so many differences between the books and the shows. Like they add so many more characters. The dead ball was nowhere in the book. Like the first book was borderline boring. Like so it's just like, will they be able to keep this like Summer I Turned Pretty fantasy? Because I don't even think they expected that many people to watch it because it is an Amazon Prime show, and in reality, if you're going to have
A big show.
like
that.
whatever company created show, it would either be only people consider Netflix shows and then HBO Max shows.
Yeah.
But Prime
Amazon-
Video, I'm kind of going into this. Prime Video could be the new spot because Daisy Jones and the Six is coming out March 3rd as well
I forgot about
on
that.
Amazon Prime. So are they going to have 2? I forgot what other shows are on Prime. Not many because I don't really watch it. But like, could Prime be like a new...
Maybe.
You never know because the fact that they got the rights to this. Well, when I found out that The Summer I Turned Pretty was on Prime Video, I was like, no way, because this seems like something Netflix would want to pick up, especially because To All the Boys I Loved Before, Jenny Han's other book trilogy, was on there. So I was like, interesting. It's all
here's
interesting.
the thing, though. I think that Summer I Turned Pretty, one season compared to like 3 of the To All the Boys I Loved Before, I liked Summer I Turned Pretty better.
Oh, I have no desire to read other books, maybe because
I have read To All the Boys I Loved Before.
I have no desire to read them. I think literally Noah just playing whatever his name is, like I can't.
He ruined it for me.
I can't do it. But yeah, but also
That and then that singing montage.
just yeah. But also, you know what? Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna get in because I was looking over at your little sheet with your albums that you wrote.
Oh wait.
Do you want me to talk about this later?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we talk about music last, just like we did for the.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't have a lot then. Okay.
I thought we were just doing random order. It doesn't matter.
But like, if we're talking about music, we might as well all have it.
Okay,
in one
I literally only
category.
have one more.
Okay.
I have
so-
mine is okay. I don't know because you said something earlier and it made
About?
me feel like this about movies, about nominations,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Well, okay. This isn't like a winning. This is a nomination. I think Austin Butler is going to be nominated for
What?
Something.
actor for
Actor of the year.
Elvis. I'm not saying he's going to
hope
win.
so.
I'm
Yeah.
saying that he's going to be nominated.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before in the 2022 like recap, I wish that Austin would win because I think his method acting for like Elvis has clearly like even got him made fun of. But like,
Yeah.
I just
Did
don't
good
think
in
he's
the
winning.
movie.
I really don't.
I just
but
think that movie was so like, it was such a pop culture moment. It really was.
know,
like,
it
everyone was
like-
obsessed with it.
It's a moment
Yeah.
in time. It's going to be talked about the same. I think it's going to stand the test of time. Very few movies do that where people are like, oh, it's like a cult classic from like the 80s, but like half the time, like the general public, when you can only think of like a few movies from like a decade that was like 50, 60 years ago. I think this is
Yeah.
going to be one of those movies in 50, 60 years when you think about the 2020s that you think of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have one other topic, and then I have movies that I'm ready for. But I'm just hoping, for the love of whatever, that Harry Styles goes into hibernation. Get him off my feed. Get him away.
That was my prediction.
For the sake of, like, just like his, not even like his safety, but just like his reputation, go.
I know.
Leave the public eye, because I'm sick and tired of, like, people just being like, oh my God. It's like, give him a break.
I know.
Let him live.
His
let
whole
him
thing,
go.
that was literally my last prediction, so I'm out of predictions now.
It's okay. We chill.
So
Freedom.
I think that with that, it's not even just his reputation. I mean, it is kind of his reputation. He was like the cool, mysterious, like nobody really knew about his personal life. Like he had like 2-year relationships that he never confirmed. Like he never was like doing anything besides his music and maybe the movies. Like he did not talk about his personal life that much. People like would find out that he's like close friends with this major celebrity and you would never know. Or that he's just never like, he never tries to put himself in the spotlight unless promoting his things. And I think the problem is that, like, with the movies, he did 2 movies. He did this entire tour. The tour was supposed to be over, like, almost a year ago.
He has been
added
touring
on-
for like 3 years. I
Literally,
swear.
he's just
No.
anywhere but like LA or wherever he lives in the UK.
I was originally supposed to see him in June of 2020 for the same tour. Like,
I don't know.
and then it was supposed to be 2021, but then I got pneumonia. But,
Okay, like what?
no, what I'm saying is, like, it was 2021 that was the North American tour. And then he went on a whole European tour, like, went to Asia, went to literally everywhere on, like, the east side of the world. And then he just came back and did, like, 20 shows in, like, 3-4 major cities. There was no point for that. Like, that should have been, if he was doing that, that should have been a part of his North American tour.
No, like, just like he needs to just take time for himself. I'm not saying that he's not doing that. I know that I've heard all the Harry fans. They're like, he loves to perform. Let him live. And I'm like, okay, he loves to perform. Good for him. But, like, he can't be oblivious to know that so many people don't like him now unless his publicists are, like, keeping him in the dark. But, like,
no.
just for his sake, just get out of the public eye.
Yeah.
Please, come back with a better album, and then we'll talk.
Yeah. Come back.
Stick to music also, please. Like,
Please stick to music. Your acting is subpar.
No, I was going to say, I think he does a very good job when he has those tiny baby roles, like in Dunkirk when he was on the screen for about 3 minutes and half of it was him swimming and saying the F word. Mm-hmm. He did a good job with that because he had like minor roles, but he does not have the acting chops he does not have the experience. He doesn't have the knowledge to take on major character roles.
Yes.
Like that's just unfair.
Especially next to people who have like worked so hard to get what they're at and like
Yeah.
went to acting school and like, you know, were like
Have been doing
had
it
been
for a
rejected
decade.
from roles before and then to like
Yeah.
have him working against people like that. It's like, what did you do?
I know.
Yeah.
Apparently he's been like trying to like do movies for a while. Like he tried out for Star Wars. Yeah.
What?
Okay, here's the problem with
That would
him
have
as
been
well.
god awful.
Everything's linked to Euphoria, I swear to God. But like, Lil Nas X wanted to be in Euphoria, but same thing also with Taylor Swift wanting to be in Twilight. But when your name is too big, it's hard to differentiate you between a character and just you as a person.
True.
Like all these like phenomenal actors, Zendaya,
Their names are
Timothy
big, but they're known for
Chalamet,
acting.
Florence Pugh. You are able to differentiate between the actress/actor and the character.
Yeah.
You can't do that for Harry Styles. Doing whatever his name is in Don't Worry Darling, it was just like you're watching Harry Styles. You're not watching Jack the character be manipulative to his wife. Like, no, you're just seeing Harry Styles fake an English accent and then look subpar next to Florence Pugh. And that's just the truth. So just like, he just needs to go. Not in a bad way, not like fall off the face of the earth. Take
needs
time,
to take a break.
recover from your very, very
another
public
Jamaica.
relationship for 2 years. Just take time to like regroup.
That was also his first like actually public relationship. Like everyone knew when he was dating Camille, when he was dating Kendall, but this is the first time where like for to like most of his relationships, people didn't even know that they were happening until they were almost a year in. At this point in time, the second that it happened, because let's be honest, those PAs, the extras, everyone, even though they signed NDAs, they all probably blabbed.
Yes.
And so like right away,
true.
the second it was happening, so that people would like know that they were linked or whatever. There was that one point in time where like after One Direction, he went to Jamaica for I don't even know how many months. That's when he cut off all of his hair. No one knew where he was. He was just there making music. Go do that again. Like even for Fine Line, he had to take a break in the middle of doing it so that he could go film Dunkirk.
Yeah.
He's
Moral
not
is
prioritizing the things that he's good at.
Bye, Harry.
Actually, before we talk about music, because I think we all love music here, quick nod. So excited for the Barbie movie and so excited for Dune Part 2. I just had to put that out there. Just when I look back, be like, yeah, I was excited for these movies.
The Barbie movie is about to...
true, past Olivia.
I'm
Oh
so
my God.
excited because I think that the Barbie movie is going to influence fashion so much. Like
Phenomenal.
recently, like street fashion has been like the main thing.
Yeah.
Like either street fashion or like street fashion with like the hair and the makeup of like the clean girl aesthetic. Even though that's been done for years.
Wait,
it's
also
just now,
Maxine.
Maxine, I forgot that's coming out.
And that's supposed to be the best one out of the 3.
I'm excited.
So I'm really excited. But I cannot express how I'm really excited for Dune Part 2 because like all the actors. But like Barbie movie, 1, it's just Margot Robbie. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, true.
2, it's Ryan Gosling. Like, come on. 3, it's literally directed by Greta Gerwig. And I love her so much. Literally, 2019 Little Women changed the course of my life. I think about it once a day. Like, literally, nothing will
That is one of the few movies that I've ever
compare.
purchased in my life.
Like, literally,
that's not a DVD.
one of the best movies I've ever seen. And that it flew off. I
Can we
will,
watch
like,
that? Olivia, can we watch that tonight?
sure.
Yay.
Actually, period. I will literally die on a hill saying that movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm just hoping, because usually I know there's like some kind of like director curse where like your first movie is like phenomenal and then the second one is subpar, aka Olivia Wilde. But that was not the case because Lady Bird was phenomenal.
True.
So was Little Women. And I have a really good feeling that Barbie's going to be good.
Barbie's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing, and I'm going to see it like 5 times in theater. We're going to see it like 5 times. You're going to come, then you're going to be at work, like, okay, we have to see it again. And then we're going to have to go to work. And then like go back home and like, okay, let's watch Barbie again. Like, I'm so excited to talk about it when it comes out.
Here's the thing. I have never seen actors talk about the director of a movie that they're in the way that they have talked about Greta for Barbie.
Yes.
Every single person has like posted, I don't know who it was. It might have been someone posted something about being in the movie and then directed by the fantastic and then added her. Usually they just say, if they're legally required to, they'll say directed by blah, blah, blah. But most of the time, they don't even mention who it's directed by. Every single actor is being like, she's amazing. Like,
She's phenomenal. She's literally, like, I love her so much. I think she is, like, the next big director. Obviously, she's directing.
Next Steven Spielberg.
I really think that she is. I think that she is just phenomenal, and if she can come out with back to back good movies, which I hate, like, but I'm putting it out there that Barbie will probably be the best movie of 2023, and I'm willing to like go on a hill and say that. Like, Maxine, close second, same with Dune Part 2, but so excited. That's all I like. Also, thinking about the soundtrack from that movie.
I know, it's gonna be so
Are
good.
we all good? Are we like good to move into music? So like we all a lot of music
I wanted to finish my
opinions.
point about the fashion.
Okay, wait, can I... Just a reminder, you're listening to 89.1 WIDR FM, online at widrfm.org.
Okay, go ahead.
Go.
Okay, so I think with the fashion, it's going to bring back, like, I know that a lot of people, like, there's a few, like, I don't want to say influencers, but, like, very popular, like, influencers who have, like, the ultra femme, like, 2000s inspired aesthetic. Like, a few people have that, but I think that's going to become, like, it's going to be a lot more normal, like, a vibrant, like, bright colors are going to come back. I think that everyone's going to be wearing pink, yellow, even green, like, blue. Like, everything is going to be, like, so vibrant.
And short. Everything's going to be cropped.
It's going to be I think we're gonna have a resurgence back into the 2000s aesthetic, but in a different way.
Comment from the fashion major.
Yeah.
I think that Barbie, the movie Barbie, is going to do what Do Revenge wished that it could do, which influencing fashion. I think, well, for starters, Margot Robbie, like, what she's wearing in the first clip is the original Barbie.
It's literally
that is
original
the
Barbie.
original Barbie.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's going to be like,
literally going to, there might be like a pink indent into the world after like this comes out. Like Barbie will be written in the stars.
It'll be a combination of like, I'm saying 2000s because like a lot of the Barbie like iconic looks were from the 2000s, like the actual Barbie doll.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to be a combination of that and like vibrant like 60s mod.
Oh, 100.
Like,
100%.
It's going to be like a big, like everyone is going to be like floral, like frilly.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little upset when I first read the like script for it because like
read the script,
not the script. My apologies, but like my apologies.
I was like, where is this? I want to know what happens.
Olivia's in the movie,
but like learned like what like the whole preface of the movie was. So I was like, it wasn't.
I don't even know the plot.
It's like Barbie and Ken, I'm pretty sure, like get lost in the real world and have to come back or whatever.
Oh, I figured
which is
that
just
it was
like
something like that.
I was like, the plot is a
it's like
very
Teen Beach movie.
Yeah, like
Teen
it's
Beach
a
movie
very.
too.
But I feel like Greta Gerwig would be the gal to have like a quote unquote very just like niche like that's been done before, but like change it around and like that be what people be like, oh, you trying to do what Greta Gerwig did.
Yeah. I can also see her doing the exact niche that's been done before, but she just does it so well that people don't even care.
That's I literally almost did shed a tear. I was so upset when I read that was the plot of Barbie. I was like, are you kidding me?
I was so hoping
just like a day in the life of being Barbie.
But I feel like it really could be good because there's so many phenomenal actors in it. So it's not like
a Barbie horror movie where it's like the brightness, but it's also kind of a slasher.
I'm just
cool.
Maybe not for like the first one, but like for a
no,
fun,
like just in like like a low budget like, but it has like the iconic where she's like in a Barbie dollhouse, like in the Malibu mansion.
What we need to stop talking about Barbie. But moral is all of us are clearly excited for Barbie. Excited. Now we're getting into new albums. Oh my god. Okay, so
what's been announced?
Lana Del Rey.
Oh my god, I have
I just have like predictions. I can't wait for Lana Del Rey. Olivia Rodrigo said that she's coming out with new music, which
I don't know if she's gonna have an album by then though.
I think that she will. I think that she might pull up Tyler the Creator, which Tyler's gonna drop his new album in 2023 because he drops albums on the odd years. So he's gonna have his new album, and I think Olivia Rodrigo will as well.
Here's the thing though, I don't know if she's like, yes, she was iconic, but she doesn't have like, I don't know if if she's as established enough to just drop it. Really?
She's not just gonna like just drop it. She'll probably release a single and everything.
Yeah, what I'm saying is usually artists, they'll like release a single and then release another single and maybe even another single. And if she does release an album, I think it'll be like in November, December.
Yeah. What did you think I was saying?
I don't know, because I just see her music as being such like summer music. Not like summer, but like warm outside, like.
They don't take that into consideration.
Yeah,
no,
that's
they just
not.
Drop it
That's not.
it.
That's how
I think
that's how you perceive the music. That's not how she does.
I wholeheartedly agree. Like when I listen to music, I think of like, what season is this? 100%.
Yeah.
But like artists don't do
they
that.
Don't
like releasing. Imagine like
you.
Taylor releasing Red in like June.
Like
that would've been awful.
That's how you perceive like the album.
Well, because I'm just saying like even her singles, like it's like the song of the summer.
I don't know why I don't know how we got on this tangent, but I just think she's releasing music. She said that she was. Yeah. She said it to like whatever those like Spotify Wrapped when she was, you know,
she was your top artist.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm releasing new music in 2023, which like makes sense because she had all of 2022 to gear up for battles.
Yeah,
true.
But
we're never gonna get like another like kind of musical theater vibe song from her again because she's no longer
she's fully pop.
Good. Get off of high school musical series. Get it off.
That song is so good.
I'm not saying that it's not good, but I think that I'm glad that she got off of it because that is not her brand. She's not that cookie cutter. She's allowed to swear in her music. She wants to be like a Y2K teen girl, and you can't do that on a Disney show when they're all, which is whatever.
They do say the S word on that show.
Oh my god, whoa.
Well, for a Disney show. For a Disney show.
Oh my god.
Okay, Okay, this is for me, but I know Selena's coming out with new music.
Yeah, she
She
is.
confirmed it on Jimmy Fallon, and then she's gonna tour, and I'm gonna
How
go
do you
to
think?
tour.
How do you think her new
Good.
music's gonna go? Because
Okay,
she's kind of like Rihanna. She hasn't released that much new music.
Liar! She came out with a whole album in
Oh my
2020.
God,
Are you
called it
kidding
out.
me?
That was 20. I thought that was like 2019.
Called her
2020.
out real quick.
2020, and the deluxe version came out in 2021. Don't even.
Okay.
Liar.
Okay.
Lies. She always lies. Okay. No.
Oh my
It's literally just me accidentally having false information. I don't lie on purpose.
Okay, I'm gonna talk because I'm the stan. So she said in her interview with Jimmy Fallon, she was like, "I've always been a sad girl. Like I write sad girl music, and I'm gonna have fun in this next album.
Good for
I'm so
her.
excited. And
Good
then
for her.
Her tour is gonna be so much fun. I'm going. I'm literally going.
Who do
My
you think
mom
her
and I
features are
going.
gonna be?
Everyone's
saying
she doesn't have any features. I don't think on any.
She
of her
does
albums.
not need features. She could
has-
have them. She doesn't
she
need
has
them.
Oh, I
features-
just figured that she would.
She has features for singles. She's featured a lot of rappers. I know,
Mhm.
she, like ASAP Rocky, Gucci Mane, like, but those are for her singles. So I don't know. Maybe she'll have more like people who are her friends. I don't think she's ever gonna collab with Taylor. Like she made that a fact.
No,
No,
I-
I'm sorry, but their sounds are just like
I don't think they should.
I think that they're so good as friends and so sweet together. However, their voices just don't go together.
I don't know if she's gonna have any features, honestly. And if she does, it's probably gonna be like one, and it's gonna be like a random guy that she's friends with.
Like it'll be like some random.
They can speak their truth, but
I'm excited.
I'm super excited. I love Selena.
I love music so much, and I'm so excited.
I'm
but
just kind of scared for her health if she's touring.
Oh well, she's not gonna. She's like definitely more self-aware now. She's not gonna tour if
Mhm.
she's not in the right mindset for it.
yeah,
And I think she's so much happier. Like she's gonna have way more fun.
yeah.
I'm just I mean like physically because like I know
Oh yeah.
my health issues are nowhere compared to her, and I would do like a musical for my high school where I did maybe 4 shows in one weekend. And I was like ruined for 2 weeks. So I can't even imagine doing a show a night
Yeah.
every other night
That's a good point.
on that big of a scale.
You were a high school student. she is in her 30s. She's
That's what I'm
grown
saying.
woman.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's gonna.
Well, I
that's-
think she has, like you said, she's in a better mindset to be able to tour, and I don't think she should let her mental
mean-
health or like just
I'm saying
anything
physically.
that's like
'Cause she has lupus and she has all like she has issues that are like
yes.
really hard on her body, and I just
True.
But that shouldn't hold her back.
She's
And I
gonna-
love that she's not letting it hold her back
She's
because
gonna
she
be-
I'm just
deserves
worried
it.
for her is what I'm saying.
she's gonna be aware of it. She's
She's not an idiot. Like I think that
I'm not saying that she's an idiot.
Nobody said that. You said that she was an idiot. But I'm saying just she's not an idiot. She understands what like needs to be done to make sure that she's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about her.
prioritizing. Same.
Because she just knows, like she knows. I feel like in reality, a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to have like a grip on your body. And like after watching her documentary, I really think that she does. I sobbed
Exactly.
at that documentary.
Me
Oh my
too.
god! Like
Her
literally
outfits
5
though
times
on tour are gonna be so
I
good.
know. I just think she's gonna have such a more positive like
Yes.
experience, and like people like it's gonna be like her diehard fans there. It's just gonna be so exciting.
Yeah.
But anywho, I'm trying to think. So obviously Lana is releasing. Obviously Olivia said, I hope that Phoebe Bridgers will, but because she's been in the public eye a lot, she was just singing with Billie Eilish around the time that we're
true.
filming this. But it depends though, because I know she's like, I hope that she does. I love Punisher so much, but I feel like it's turning into a SZA where it's like, please just drop an album, please.
Wait.
Like a
Okay.
control situation.
So we have Phoebe's 2 albums. Her first one, her like whole image was a ghost. The second one was a skeleton.
Yeah.
A skeleton. What do you think the next one's gonna be?
Zombie. I'm sorry, I thought that was just funny.
Could be though. You never know. Like if there had to be like an image, what do you think it would be?
It was a ghost and a what? A skeleton?
A ghost was her first one, then skeleton was
Skeleton.
Punisher. So now, like, what do you? Because
Yeah.
Olivia's like the stan. So I need to know what you
Yeah.
think.
In reality, it's not. I'm trying to think. It's not she's gonna be like she's not gonna pull some like Twilight and be like a
No.
wolf or a vampire.
Actually, vampire would be so cool.
She might go the other way and go with something like an angel-ish.
Maybe.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because like you know
You can
she's
think about it.
She's happy. She's kissing Maddie Healy on Instagram. She
Oh,
has
yeah.
she has her fiance. That was a time.
but I don't. I'm gonna like sit on that for like a few weeks
Okay.
and then let you know because I like really because that's such a good question.
Yeah,
though.
think
Like
that's
I
a good
literally
question.
I wear her Urban Outfitters shirt way too much and it's literally it's like just me as a skeleton.
Yeah.
It's
By
like,
the time this episode comes out, we might have an answer and we'll post it on
I
Instagram.
really don't know if I will.
Probably
but
not. But
anywho,
let's hope. Manifestation.
Anywho, excited for Tyler's new album as well. I have no
Oh,
clue
I'm
what it's
so
going to
excited.
be because he hasn't dropped anything. But I'm just excited because, I mean, problem was nothing was ever gonna top Igor, and then
Yeah.
Call Me by Your Name was like not bad, but
I listened to it once.
I enjoyed it, but it's just not Igor, and that's just the hard truth.
Yeah, no.
You saying "Call Me by Your Name" makes me think that we're definitely getting a Lil Nas X single.
Yeah, because he like fell off the face of the earth, and then like
Well,
came
he
back.
released an album that did incredibly well.
Yeah, true.
That is true. That did
and like
really well.
debut album like that.
Yeah.
that was
The
epic.
cover art was like iconic.
One of my favorite cover arts of all time.
So
it's so beautiful.
good.
And then the music video, pole dancing down to hell. That
So-
was iconic.
So good. I know. I hope he doesn't have a sophomore album flop.
Sophomore
That's why I'm afraid for Olivia Rodrigo too. Because she
I'm
obviously is gonna have to
scared.
release a new album, but I'm like Olivia, please.
No, yeah, I know.
Because like that. To be fair, like most of the artists that I like, I feel like it's the opposite, where like their third album is where it gets like, oh, okay.
It's a little, yeah.
Well, but I think in
I
reality,
just thought of something that's I think is gonna happen.
I think that we're always gonna relate with Olivia's music because she's our age.
True.
So that's why I feel like people who have grown up like actually like, are like 33 now with Taylor Swift. That's why they appreciate her so much. That's why I just love Olivia Rodrigo because I think I can appreciate her as
She's
I wish I
literally
could
us.
do with Taylor Swift. Obviously, I can Blair better than Revenge, but like I wasn't 19 in 2009 when she wrote that. We all like Jealousy off
We're the
Olivia
same age as
Rodrigo.
her.
Yeah. Like
is so wild.
Jealousy literally like perfectly like matches what it's like to be a female, just
Yeah.
like not female, God, just a teen
teen.
girl.
A teen
Yeah.
girl.
Just, like scrolling through Instagram or whatever. Like
Being like, I wish I was like that.
I love Taylor Swift with my whole heart, but she could not produce Jealousy because
Oh,
she's
no.
not a teen girl anymore.
That's so
That's
true.
why I'm just like, I feel like anytime Olivia will release good song, like a song, it will just like make sense for our age range, which is
Yeah.
so
Do you
fun.
think she's gonna chart like she did in 2021?
I think she will.
I don't think her entire album will, but I think her singles and like maybe a few from the album.
I think
will.
she will. I think you're underestimating. There's so many young Olivia
I'm
Rodrigo
just saying
fans.
with Speak Now and then a Lana album and a Tyler album. I'm just saying like if she releases it while
think
those
that
are
she
still
will.
popular, it might
She's
be
one of the most listened to artists on Spotify, and she only has one album out.
Also, not like obviously love Lana with my whole life. She doesn't
She's
chart.
not charting.
She
I
doesn't
love
chart.
Really?
Yeah,
she won't
no.
chart. She doesn't publicize her music.
It's because she's like hidden. She like doesn't promote. Except she has
on
been
Spotify. She's one literally. I think she's like the 13th or 12th most listened to person on Spotify, which is a lot.
I think she's like 20 actually. Or 30.
I recently
She
saw
definitely
something
has a
that said it
higher
was-
number compared to like some random indie artist, but like
Yeah,
Lana,
but that means even
Lana
if she's number
isn't gonna-
20, that's like the top 20.
Taylor Swift obviously is doing the most to like when she came out with Midnights to like promote
Midnight's
it.
Mayhem.
Lana's not doing that.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just had to see her. No, I'm gonna look.
You know who
She's
I hope kind of releases?
52 on Spotify.
I'm this
Where
time
are you getting your information, honey?
Liar!
I don't
Pants
remember.
on fire.
Just a reminder, you're listening to 89.1 WIDR FM online at widrfm.org.
you know who I hope releases another song? Casey Musgraves, because I need her to make up for Starcrossed.
Didn't she just release Starcrossed? How long ago was that?
It was
Also,
either-
Starcrossed was
it was
not
either
that
in-
bad. What do you mean make up?
I'm just saying, like, compared, like, we had Golden Hour.
Golden Hour was
Yeah.
definitely revolutionary. Like that was amazing.
That album changed my life. Like, I love her earlier stuff, like Biscuits, Follow Your Arrow. Biscuits was actually the first song I ever listened to by her.
Aw.
That I remembered it being Casey.
I'm ready.
Wait, now or
No.
Okay, but I'm just saying that like her album came out in 2020 or 2021. But I think we're going to get like a single of some sort. It might not be a single for an album, but I think she's going to release something because Star-Crossed, it like even compared to like her albums before, like what's it called? Beauty. I think it's Pageant Material. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Does she have 2 before? Or did she only
has-
have 1 before Golden Hour? I thought she had 2.
Okay. Well, she has her Christmas album. So,
Which Lana is on.
yeah.
Yeah!
So same trailer, different park. Love that album. Pageant Material, which before Golden Hour, that was my favorite. And then A Very Casey Christmas, Golden Hour, Casey Musgrave's Christmas Show, Star-Crossed. It came out in 21. But then I need like her cover. It's very like controversial, but her cover of Neon Moon. Oh, I need something like that again.
Okay.
So good.
We're
I'm sorry.
No.
You guys-
You're passionate.
Yes.
We're gonna end
Speak
with
your
like
truth.
the biggest thing for us.
Yeah. Okay. I just need something like that again. I want her to like, no offense, but I don't want her to just try and be the next Taylor Swift. 'Cause she's not going to be the next Taylor Swift.
Oh,
She
yeah.
could never be. She's so talented and she's one of the biggest like young names in country music right now. But she's trying to become a pop girly the way that she was
It's okay.
the way that Taylor Swift went from country to pop, and I just don't see her doing that. So I just wish that she would like do an album where she kind of brings it back to country.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Instead of like Golden Hour was like the perfect
Poppy.
mix.
Okay.
Star-Crossed was her clearly like trying to be like
Pop era.
pop, but like with like little bit of country, but there was like no country, and it just wasn't done that like as well. Like her songs were good, but like most of them, in my opinion, like I would not sit down and listen to that album all the way through if I wasn't physically like listening to it. Like if it was on my phone, I'd probably get bored like halfway through, even though I literally love her.
Why are you laughing?
Like she's like one of my favorite artists.
Yeah,
but like
love
still,
her.
Speak your truth.
like pageant. I just think it's because like I just want another Pageant Material.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Valid. No, it's okay.
You're speaking your truth, but we're about like I think we're at an hour. So
We can go over an hour. It's not gonna be on the radio, or it might, but it's not like gonna be.
So it's fine. It's fine.
3.
It doesn't matter if we go over an hour.
Yeah.
last thing, the most important thing.
We just need to talk about the most important thing of 2023 is going to be Lana's new album. I think it's going to do numbers. I think it's going to be her top 3, like in her top 3 most successful albums. I think it's going to be up there with Norman Rockwell.
Especially, I wish I knew which like reporter like talked about it, but when he was like, "This album will change your life," and I was like,
It's going to.
I
It's gonna
believe
be-
it. I really do.
It's going to be such a spring. We're going to have such a fun time.
We're gonna
reacting to
sob.
it. Also, I didn't even realize that like the first couple songs have been like leaked because
Yeah.
Target, whatever, had a picture of the vinyl and the song. The first
Mm-hmm.
song is The Grants, which that's like her last name. So it's gonna be about her and
Oh
her siblings and like and her family, and
Oh
that's
my
gonna be so. I
God.
think this is gonna be such a vulnerable album. I think she's
Oh
gotten.
my God, yeah.
I think she's gotten more vulnerable as she's gotten older because she's more comfortable like being actually who she is, and she's
Yes.
happier. I think
Yeah.
this is gonna be such a vulnerable album for her.
God,
I'm
I'm so.
I'm
excited.
hoping that there's something that I'm gonna be able to listen to, because like there's a few of her songs.
You like her older stuff better, so that
Yeah.
kind of scares me.
I'm
for you.
literally-
No. I just get sometimes like when people don't like her newer stuff because I
the
think they
thing
just.
is,
If you don't, I'm not gonna lie.
fully-
If you do not like her, if you don't like Blue Banisters or Chemtrails, you're not going to like this
True.
album.
Okay.
That's just the
it's
truth.
an acquired
and the
taste.
thing is, though,
really
I also
is.
never claimed to be like, I'm not one of those. Oh my god! Sorry, I just kicked the
Oh my
microphone.
god, you just beat up Lana in the studio.
Sorry, that was actually really funny.
Oh my gosh. No way. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Lana,
I literally just took 5 seconds to process what just came out of his face.
I just got a picture of Olivia's face.
Oh my god.
I
that was
never
so
claimed to be
goofy.
the difference for me, I think, is that I never claimed to be a Lana stan. I'm not one of those girls that's like, I'm a Lana stan, but then doesn't listen to her.
are you mocking me right now? Oh,
No.
I thought you were like.
I'm mocking people who claim to be like
Fight,
Lana
fight,
stans, but then
fight,
like don't
fight.
listen to
Yeah,
like
I
her
get
last
that.
3 albums.
No. There's a lot of people who are like that. I just don't.
I'm not mocking you. I
know.
promise.
I know. I'm so excited. It's gonna be such like a different sound. It's just
Yes.
gonna be
I think
one of the
after I
best
think
things that will ever happen to my life. Like I know.
I'm just gonna.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Yes?
I just have to say I had a dream last night that we were listening to it.
Okay, what? Do you want me to cry on the radio? Like, oh my god, okay.
I'm not kidding. Like, I actually had a dream that we were in your apartment in your living room listening to it, and I woke up this morning and I was like, it's not out, and I got so sad. I started crying when I woke up.
Luckily, time like does not exist, so yeah, it's coming out in March, but like it's gonna be here
gonna be
so
quick.
soon.
I know it's gonna be so quick.
But
Like it was literally August, like a day ago.
just get ready to like
We've
talk
been
about
here
it for
since-
30 minutes for when it comes
We've
out.
been here for over 4 months.
Yeah.
I really like
no.
I really just don't have much else to say because
No, me
I'm just
neither.
like literally so excited, and there's just no other way to like explain my excitement other than just me like sobbing listening to any song by her.
Yeah, I think in overall this whole episode, I think 2023 is going to be huge with pop culture moments. I think we're gonna have
Yes.
so much to
We're
talk
gonna have a lot
about.
to talk about, and then yeah, I'm excited because I feel like we're gonna have to take a break at some point because there's gonna be
summer?
times where people just aren't here. I'm probably not gonna be here for the entire summer, but like I'm kind of excited to talk about like when we get back, like the amount of things that are gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It'll be
wild.
wild.
We'll see. TBD. I always say TBH, but it's TBD.
TBD.
But that's
TBD
all.
on us.
That's all my predictions for today. How about you, gals?
Yep, that's mine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well,
You're perfect.
bye, silly gals.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Make 2023 amazing.